Title: Soulmate Search Part 2. Ravi, after his first ever escapade towards finding his soulmate, is set on another mission, and this time it is someone from a creative field. An engineer turned budding author Neha. This time, instead of a cafe, the venue decided was a coffee shop. Places like these are always known for some impromptu happenings such as coming up with a startup idea, finding a new employee, nurturing a new relationship, etc. Ravi also hoped to get a differentiated outcome from this opportunity. So Ravi this time was just on the clock in terms of reaching the venue, but since he was going to meet someone with a creative pursuit, he carried a bouquet of flowers with him. Within a minute or two of Ravi reaching the cafe and having been seated, Neha had reached too. Neha was actually opposite of what Ravi had anticipated. Her dressing attire was very simplistic and her voice was very feeble. She seemed to be very different from what Ravi had imagined her to be. Having settled on their seats, Ravi gave the bouquet of flowers to Neha, which she happily accepted, and then they ordered some drinks and food. In order to break the ice, Ravi started off with asking her about her writings as an author. Ravi: So Neha, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of writings as an author are you inclined towards? Neha: Well, I am more into thriller and suspense because I feel that not many Indian authors have explored that genre well enough, as most are fixated on just romance in particular. Ravi found her very pragmatic and having clarity in her approach. Then Ravi asked her something which he had the first thing in his mind while coming across Neha's profile. Ravi: What made you, Neha, think of being an author as something you wish to do, as you could have pursued a corporate career as an engineer from a very reputed tech institution? Neha: Well, I always had an inclination towards writing. It helped me in bringing out my emotions and thoughts and share it with others. Also, I had great support from my parents when I pursued something which I was interested in. After this, even Neha started coming out with her questions for Ravi, which was good to see that she was considering the proposal seriously. Neha: Well, Ravi, you and me are now pursuing very different careers and mine is not that stable in terms of financial outcomes. So what made you consider this proposal so seriously? Ravi: Well, Neha, I am a great admirer of someone who has a risk-taking ability, and I also believe in the dictum that opposites do attract. Hearing this, Neha gave a wry smile and retorted, Well, opposites do attract, but not extreme opposites. They more or less collapse. Upon hearing this word, dictum, both got into a chuckle, and Ravi was finally having a feeling that Neha was wading into the discussion. Then Neha started talking about her family and mentioned about she being the only child was very close to her parents. Neha: Ravi, I will honest with you, I don't know how my parents will cope up with me leaving them. I wish to visit them every week after marriage. Ravi liked her openness and clarity in communication, which Neha had maintained till now, and he retorted to give her a lot of ease in her mind. Ravi: Don't worry, Neha, I am very much fine with that, and I will be an equal partner in taking care of them. Neha felt very relieved upon hearing that. After the food and drinks were over, Ravi found Neha scanning her watch again and again, so Ravi called for the bill to make the payment. The bill was of 492 rupees, and Ravi gave a 500 rupees note. The waiter expressed his inability to gather change, and Ravi told him not to bother on that. But Neha gave a very uncharacteristic response to this. Neha: Paya, you should be having the change. It's someone's hard-earned money, and you guys always give excuses when it comes to paying back the change. The waiter also, upon hearing that, was not amused and denied her accusations. But Neha became highly aggressive in her response, and this was extremely opposite to what Ravi had seen of her. It was as if she had hit a different note, and she retorted as if she was shouting. Neha: Give us our change, as we are not giving to leave without it. It is your duty to give change, and you owe us 8 rupees. Ravi tried to calm Neha down, but she had no plans of backing down. Finally, the waiter had to call the manager, sensing that the scene might go out of hand. With Neha not holding back, the manager scanned his purse, and somewhere found a 10 rupees note and gave it to Ravi. Neha felt elated on having won the situation, but Ravi was constantly looking at her with amazement as to how a person can give extreme responses within seconds at something being so non-trivial. At this, both exchanged greetings and head back to their abode.